When I was learning to speak in English, there was this problem that used to bother me a lot. I was able to understand everything in English. I could understand every single word a person would say to me. But when it comes to speaking in English, God knows what used to happen to me. I was unable to speak in English at all. And it would fill me with a lot of frustration. Because here I am understanding every single word that somebody would say to me. I could understand English completely. But when it comes to speaking in English, the other side of the language, I was unable to. So there was this frustrating gap between these two poles. I'm getting every word, but I'm unable to speak a word. And that is something that I want to address in this video. I want you to change your attitude towards this issue. I do not want you to address it as a problem and be stuck with it for the rest of your life. Okay, here's a suggestion and tell me if it works for you. On a scale of 0 to 10, at 0, no speaking at all, unable to speak a word in English. At 10, you're fluent. Okay, now if I ask you right now, where do you stand on the scale? I'm pretty sure you would mark yourself, most of you would mark yourself at somewhere between 3 and 5. So either you would be standing at 3 or 4 or 5, somewhere here, right? Talking about any other language. Let's talk about Russian or German or French. Do you understand any of these languages? For the most of us, no, we do not. I don't. We don't understand these languages. So for English, we already have a great head start. At least we understand the language. You get it? So we already have a great head start with English because we already understand the language. So we are not starting from a zero really. We do understand the language. We have a certain knowledge of a few things about English. So it is easier, simple. It's much easier than rest of the languages. You want to understand this. I'm telling you, you need to hear this from me that this is not your mother tongue. This is not your mother tongue. I mean, how are you supposed to be as fluent in English as you are in your mother tongue? You could never be, I believe. Never be. Because mother tongue is something that we are blessed with. We are naturally good at it. We are naturally heroes at it. But for any other language, you need to put in some work. And that is what we are trying to do here. So if you are standing somewhere on the scale of 0 to 10, and let's say you're standing at a 3 right now, for example, you're standing at a 3 or a 3 right now. Now, you cannot be a 10 right away. It doesn't work that way. It cannot work that way for any human. In order to be a 10, you will have to gradually move your steps. From 3 become a 4, then from 4 a 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. And that is how it is going to work for you. So if you already do understand the language, the next part is training yourself on speaking, because speaking is a separate activity altogether and you need to put in fresh effort and train yourself from the start in order to do this properly. Okay, and then there are two things that are missing here that you need to start working on. First is proactive practice. Now the good thing is that you already understand it, so it's not gonna be that difficult for you. All you need to do is start proactively practicing to speak in English. And to start with, had I been in your place, and I have been in your place in the past. So what I would do is that I would allot a certain time period of my day to proactively practice to speak in English. I'll say 15 minutes a day is a good start for you. 15 minutes a day, let's start with that and do it for the next 30 days. Proactively practicing, learning to speak in English for 15 minutes in a day. And I have a great app for you if you want to do that. This is my recommendation. This is my suggestion. You can start doing it on this app called Ingvarta. Ingvarta is a very useful English speaking practice app. I've known about it for quite some time and reiterating because I've already spoken about this application in few of my previous videos. All you've got to do is when you download the app and you make a call, you get connected to English experts. Now the best part about these experts is that they do not judge you at all. They don't judge you, they are friendly, and they will actually guide you with honest feedback. You can let them know if you do not want them to correct you over your mistakes. That's also an option, absolutely. Now, the good part is that whenever you make a call, you get connected to these English experts, and this helps you create a real world English speaking environment for yourself, which I feel is one of the best ways to learn and master this language. A real world experience for you. Let me show you a demo. I'm gonna switch to Ingvarta. I'm gonna make my call. It always makes me very nervous. God knows why. Alright.
So, hi buddy, welcome to Using Varsa session. Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Thank you very much. What's your name?
Yeah, let me introduce myself. My name is Gul and I am calling from Jammu and Kashmir.
Wow, that's pleasant to know. Really happy to be speaking with you.
Welcome. That's lovely. And buddy, may I know first of all, where are you from?
I am speaking from New Delhi right now.
New Delhi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do? Are you a student or a working professional?
I'm a working professional, and I'm a chartered accountant.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
That's a very good thing. And like, are you working in with some sort of law? Sorry, I'm saying law. My bad. So, are you working with some sort of a firm, or you are working independent?
I'm working independently right now. Career is going good. I'm enjoying myself. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? What's up with you? So I'm leaving the link to download the application in the description of this video. Go and download and start using it. Okay, now coming to point number 2, the second most important thing that you could be doing to improve your speaking abilities in English is showing courage. Where did that go? What happened to courage? Guys, come on. For any new thing to be learned, there is definitely a requirement of showing certain courage and bravery. I know you're hesitant. I know you're scared of the language. You're scared people would make fun of you, they're gonna mock you. Oh my god, you'll become a joke. No. Nobody cares about you as much as you do. First of all. Secondly, there is no better way to learn anything than to actively do it yourself. So you have to show courage. You have to be brave. You don't have to always wait for the situations to be created around you, for somebody to come up to you and speak to you in the language. You could actively do it for yourself. Make such situations where you are required to speak the language. Okay? So first of all, do not wait for the situations to happen or the situations to come up and only then you're going to speak the language. No. Create it yourself. Go and talk to somebody. What's the big deal? If you work someplace, just go up to someone you feel you're comfortable talking to. Just go up to that person, go and start talking to them in English. I mean, if you're not comfortable talking in a group right now, go up to a single person, somebody who's standing alone, and just go and talk about what's going on in the office. Anything. Do not gossip. Some nice things, okay? A lot of times, what happens is that we want to be good at something. But when the situation arises, when circumstances are built, we run away. We just vanish. We are unable to gather ourselves together and do something wonderful. Speak the language now. If somebody is coming up to you and talking to you, instead of running away, escaping, do not be in escape mode. Never be in escape mode if you want to learn something new. Show up. Show up for yourself. Somebody is coming up to you and talking to you. Do not run away. Talk to that person back. Talk to him or her. Do as much as you can. Nobody's asking you to be fluent. Manage with whatever you've got. Play with whatever you've got. Okay? And you will gradually realize, I'm telling you, trust me on this. You're going to gradually realize that it wasn't such a big deal. इतनी बड़ी बात नहीं है. Once you start getting your command over the language, you would realize that it's not a big deal. You are making a hawa out of it. It's not a hawa. Okay? It's not a big deal. Starting is always difficult. It's always difficult. Think of the last relationship you started. Was it easy? It's never too easy. It's always difficult in the beginning. And this is just a new relationship that is going to flourish between you and the language. It's going to be difficult in the beginning. Look at it this way, okay? It's a new relationship you're trying to establish with the language. It's something that is going to benefit you a lot in your life, in your career. So you've got to be a little brave. You've got to be a warrior. I mean, probably a big word to use in this scenario, but yeah. Okay, I'll be back with similar content and some other nice things for you. So meanwhile, stay in touch, subscribe to this channel. There's a very good link waiting for you in the description of this video. Go and check it out. I'll see you again.